Good morning and welcome to Morning Brew. Yes, Michael T had ended his stream early, so I said I'd go ahead and start up a stream. And good morning, Allison, who is first in chat. Let's see here. Yes, Stream Elements, who doesn't do anything but sit there. And yes, it'd be Geek. It is Monday. And good morning, Robert Green. And thank you again, Frog G, for hopping in and popping some links in. Always welcome. Um, yeah, unusual that I'm here quite as early. I usually come on later, but yeah, Michael T said he was feeling wiped, and I asked if he could go an extra hour, so he went ahead, trudged on the extra hour. I had everything set up well before then, but and yes, everything is well as can be, and things are going well in chat. Hopefully, like I said, people aren't expecting me on Monday, so it's bound to be a little light there in the chat, particularly without Yvette or Bird. I hope they're okay. And of course, it's not wanting to post where I wanted it to make sure that people are notified that it's now live versus the one earlier where I said it was going live. I wanted to give people advance notice. And let's see here. Okay, got that set out. Good to know. And so let's see here. Oh, I'm glad that you're watching in the chat, Allison. How's your day going? Uh, of course, I could ask Yvette about that link. Besides, Yvette can always post that link for you. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's see here. Really isn't much going on today. Let's see here. I have 5 upvotes and yeah, 1 asshole in the chat. Uh, Well, I'm glad to hear that you are doing good. Let me do this real quick. Saying, play. That taken care of. Oh, it's funny. I was Dr. Alex was on before, and Yvette watched many of his videos. Well, I got a message from Dr. Alex saying he got notifications of every uh, she would watch each video and post a comment, and so he got the notifications of them. But when he went to YouTube had deleted them. I don't understand why. And hello, Chief Cook. Um, but unfortunately, YouTube does that kind of crap all the time. Yeah, I'll get notifications of a comment, and only because I have the notifications on do I even know that a comment was left. Because I go there and it's gone. And of course, the ones that stay are usually the spam ones that they'll give a timestamp and then a link, which isn't to my video, but to yeah, crappy. So, needless to say, the junk stays. YouTube determines that the legitimate messages are not legitimate, and they get rid of them because yeah, YouTube, please realize when we leave a comment on someone's video, and you can tell it's actually a legitimate comment, leave it alone. Agreed. They do it for no good reason. Thank you very much, Frog G. Always glad to have you there. Like I said, any links you can put in are welcome. Um, and yes, the YouTube / Google moderator team got links all comments for no good reason, especially live streams. Yeah, I know. I've seen it happen. Trust me. In fact, I've had my own links in my own chat deleted. It's like, um, excuse me? No, 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 no. In fact, there was one time the only person who could post links was Yosef. And it's like, okay. I was just grateful that Yosef was in the chat. Um, let's see if I might send a message to. And let's see here. Let's send out the link. We have somebody out there Let's send a link to somebody on Twitter real quick. And hopefully they're awake. Because with the show starting an hour later, I don't know. Maybe busy with other things. I didn't even look to see what was on YouTube right now. I know a few other things are starting in about an hour, about 45 minutes from now. But I don't know about anything else. I don't see anyone live. Uh, Bird, Bird uploaded something to about an hour ago, so I know he's awake or was awake. Let's see here. And oh, thank God, Bird 5 is in chat. Kapla Bird, what's going on? Let me post the link in the chat now. And wait for the YouTube page to catch up because, yeah, there we go. Pin the message. There we go. There's always a delay. No big deal. So, what's going on, everyone? Frog G.
And hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I am doing great. I figured since you're taking over for Michael T, I'll hop on over and help.
That is much appreciated. So, how did things go last night over there, or this morning?
They went pretty well. He just ran out of steam a little bit early. Tonight's theme for comic commercials was, of course, the family-friendly variety. So those are the links I will be dropping today while I'm available.
Cool. It's kind of nice to see those. Not that I don't enjoy the others, but these are the type you can leave on the coffee table type thing. Don't have to worry about who picks it up and reads
Absolutely.
it. The others, although they're wonderful, you don't know necessarily what your 8-year-old picking them up going, oh yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of those I wouldn't necessarily leave out on a coffee table if I've, especially if I know my nieces and nephews are going to be coming over. But yeah, there's definitely some that I would definitely leave out for them because they're all appropriate, including one that launched less than 24 hours ago. It is still technically the first day for Cookies and Scream.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is amazing. I didn't know it hadn't launched till then. Just kept hearing about what was coming up, and wow.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it because I was like, all right, when's it going to launch? When's it going to launch? I'm going to back it day one. And looks like it launched 19 hours ago, to be specific. So I want to make sure that one gets a good start, which it clearly has. I think she is already sold out of her top tier.
Oh yeah, yeah. I looked at that before because I was gonna actually somebody I know overseas I might have been able to get them to back at the top tier. And I look and it's like, oh, gone. Okay, well, there goes that idea.
Yeah, and this one's actually due to launch, or I'm sorry, it should ship out October timeframe. It's set up pretty good. It's well advanced, and sometime late September, early October, this one will be shipping out. It's only going to be on Kickstarter. It's only going to be these 30 days. So this is the time. At least until the second book comes out, and then there'll be a recap for it.
Right. Like I said, I'll have to get. I'll have to send this to somebody I know. Let's see what is going on in the chat this morning. And good morning, brightest day. How are you today? So, what do you got going on today, Frog G?
I am actually working on Michael T's commission, polishing up some of the many dice sets that he's ordered. And then, let's see, in a little bit I'll get some dinner and then go to bed.
Cool.
So, yeah, it makes me available to just sit down, do my links, and sit and polish. Nice and calm, nice and quiet. And productive. So, that's the other part. And good night, Michael T. Thanks for jumping in the chat there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael T. And have a good sleep there.
A well-deserved one, too. Those marathon streams are, they do catch up with you after a while. So anyway, now that we're on your stream, you can pull up the cookies and scream if you so desire, while we're waiting for anyone else that may want to join.
No, that's true. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. And uh, uh, screen tab. So that definitely. Wow. I mean, $3,000 goal already met. 29 days to go. Wow.
Yeah, I think the initial funding was in 7 hours.
Wow. That's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, project funded in under 7 hours. Wow. That says a lot.
Yeah, she actually did not have her stretch goal section ready right when it launched, so she did manage to get them up, as you can see. And based on the theme of it, those are going to be similar to Girl Scout patches, like merit patches. So that'll be rather adorable. As more stretch goals come out, she does have more patches designed. So
Number A, which is cool. Ooh, cover B.
Which is awesome.
Yes. I think they need to consider more.
And the early bird digital, I don't know if it's still available. That was a very limited tier.
Right.
And the $2 for a digital version of it, that's really hard to beat. I opted not to go with that because I wanted a physical copy of this.
Physical book, 27 full color is that's three bonus pages. Three bonus pages. Wow, that's a good price.
Mm-hmm.
A plus B. Yeah, $30 for both. I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, this looks well worth it.
And for those that get the 150 and above, the little figure, that's what the figure is. So 25 base figures, 5 of them painted gold for the max tier, which has already sold out. And yeah, it looks pretty awesome. This is the first time she has gone with blind boxes. So for anyone who gets that, you'll get one of these pins. There is an option to get all 7 of them with one of the bigger boxes, and it's all based on various cookies you may see peddled by various smaller members of the society there. And yeah, I think they're really creative. And then a budget breakdown for where all the money is going.
Yeah, because I think people forget. There's a fee for Kickstarter.
Yeah, they'll take 10% of it. So
yeah, I like that. I'm very upfront about it.
yeah. The fortunate part is this is not her first campaign. The first one she did, I want to say, is Matcha the Lazy Witch. That was a part 1. She will be coming out with a part 2 after this campaign. So I will definitely spread that word around as I can. And there is a completed trailer now as well.
I don't know if I'd have permission to show that or not, but
you should be able to. Those are generally out there for anyone to help spread the word.
All right. I will take the risk.
All right, Gus, it's cookie season again. Here's the plan. We're going to do our best to make friends, score the best cookie route, and take home the crown. But if things go south... Gus, wait! You didn't knock! Hello? 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 We're going to be brave and do our best. Oh my! What's this? A human child? From the creator of Machi, the Lazy Witch, this cookie season, things are about to get spooky. Join Audie Audley in her adventures in the first issue of Cookies and Scream. Brought to you by the Scream Team. Character inks and designs by Gilly Art. Flat colors by Izuru Monroe. Background pencils by Lauren Radiger. Writing, lettering, and colors by Raven Monroe. Made possible with your support.
And it's always nice when they give full credit to the team that's helping them out, especially in the trailer like that. You don't see that often.
That's good to see, because it's, giving credit where credit's due.
Yeah, usually they will throw them in the description or whatnot. You don't see it in the trailer that often, so it fits her personality. She seems like a really, really sweet person.
That would be interesting to talk to her. Don't know her, so I can't. It's not like I can say, "Oh, by the way, I'll just talk." Don't know her. So.
Yeah. She's been on 2 streams that I've seen. Her launch stream on Red Valkyrie, which, if anyone is curious, I will go ahead and link that specific stream in the chat. So by all means, after this, if you're curious, go ahead and watch it. As soon as there we go. There we go. All right. And it's posted up on Red Valkyrie, so anyone can go watch it whenever they so desire.
Cool. And if you're not already subscribed to Red Valkyrie, yes, I would recommend that as well.
Yes, it is definitely a good channel. I'm on that channel a lot, so if you want to find me, that's a good bet I will be over on a Red Valkyrie stream, if they're streaming.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've lurked in. I've not said hi but a few times, but I'll lurk in there.
Okay, that's good. I said I have a lot of fun in that particular stream. They do a Wednesday night D&D style game, which is vastly entertaining in my opinion. Unfortunately, it's usually a night I have to go to work, so I have to catch it where I can throughout the work night.
Oh yeah. Ah.
Hello world, it's
Kapla Bird, how you doing today?
yeah, frog. I don't know, honestly. I've been better. Some of it I think is because I think my CPAP machine needs to be replaced, but a lot of it is just from the realization that we've got 5 more years of Alex Kurtzman. And
that does hurt.
Dulls everything. It's hard to smile. Even if I woke up and could walk tomorrow, I'd still have 6 years of shitty Star Trek.
Yeah, can't we just write this off as bad fanfic, Star Trek, though?
We gotta write it off somehow.
Yeah.
I wish they could keep the production company. I don't care about that. Just keep Kurtzman's personal influence out and just bring in good writers. Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody involved should be fired if they had anything to do with Star Trek in the last 4 years, unless they were from prior Trek. They should be just dismissed and said, never again will you be allowed to work in this industry. Go over to Disney if you'd like to, keep working, but we're done with you. We have no use for you in this universe. Or any other based on the works of Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah, let's see here. Sorry.
Even if you didn't personally create the Klingorks, but you simply worked in the costume department, you were
Fired.
complicit. Yes.
Unless they spoke up and tried to object and just did it because they had to. If
I
they
can see
objected,
evidence that they were part of the resistance, then fine. But as far as I'm aware, there is no resistance.
Pretty sure any that resisted have and I'm quoting corporate lingo, left for alternative options.
Right. There was that writer who got fired for speaking his mind, using a bad word, even though it was a word that was used against him. He was telling a quote and he made some probably white little woman writer unsecure because he used a big, nasty word. And so they fired him. Fuck him. Not him. Fuck them. Excuse me, Captain.
agreed.
F them.
Oh,
He would probably had more talent than the entire rest of the writing room.
well, that's why they need such a big writing room, because none of them have any fucking talent.
Yeah, how about you go back to taking scripts from individual people and then just using, 2, 3, 4 people to mold it into your show, but you still have the overall bulk of the script come in from an outside source because it's a good script.
Right now,
like when Trek was at its best.
all you have to do is pay them like $50 and give them a writing credit. I'd be happy. No residuals, nothing else, just no contract, just, yeah. $50 in credit.
Too many people went to college thinking they could write for Star Trek.
Too many people went to college thinking they could write.
Exactly. I was in college creative writing class. It was an elective. Okay. We weren't nearly as hard on the people who had no business being there as we should have been, because the professor didn't want to seem negative. Well, fuck you. This is college. If you have no business in creative writing, now's the time you got to tell somebody. Maybe you better go to business school because you don't have a future in writing.
Very true. College should be a good filter for what are you going to do with the rest of your life, not a daycare for those that just graduated high school.
But as long as their checks kept clearing, their massive tens of thousands of dollars a year, whether it being paid by the government or a parent with too much money or some stupid organization that got conned into giving them some sort of scholarship. The school didn't care. Take any class you want.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of trade schools in general. It's like, you know what? I don't need to pay an exorbitant amount for classes that I don't need to do a job that a technical job. Just give me the relevant ones. Turns out, costs a lot less at the front, and you recoup that cost way quicker in the real world.
Oh, yeah. And good morning, Eric Sander.
I tell you, one of the reasons I went for engineering rather than a science degree or a computer degree was that engineering was so much engineering that it was the only real undergraduate major that didn't have electives that were totally off base, like a lot of, not electives, required classes that had nothing to do with your major. Like every other science major, you had to
Yeah.
take so many classes on, literature and this and that, foreign language. Like what the fuck does it matter if I can speak Italian or not? If I'm going to, become a physicist or a biochemist or something. But if you become an electrical engineer, you don't need to speak Italian. But if you want to become a physicist, you've got to take a foreign language to a, not only an intro, but like a mastery of it. Oh, fuck you. What the hell is that going to be of any use to me? Or Italian or any language that's not English. But as an engineer, all you need to know is English. So that was one of the big things that helped me decide, what technical field I was staying in.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I'll be honest, even for somebody who's going to college for creative writing or drama or whatever, why should they have to learn another language? It doesn't make any sense to me. If they want to, fine, as an elective,
Right.
I get it. But it doesn't matter into somebody's writing if they know Russian.
Yeah, unless your goal is to write a Russian or a novel in Russian, then I don't see why you would need to take that as an elective. And I imagine if you are learning Russian just to become a novelist over there, you may want to, get practical experience by moving over there.
Correct.
That would teach you the common everyday usage that we probably wouldn't learn in a college environment.
No.
The culture shock might be a bit much for some of them people, or some of those people, though.
And I agree, NB. There are scripts out there written by fans. Yeah. Now there are some not so good ones. I get that, but you're gonna have that anywhere. But you're gonna have they're better stories than what they're producing now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say this for that. The fan created Star Trek scripts, there are some good ones, there are some bad ones. The professionally created ones, I haven't really seen any good ones. So my money's more on the fan created ones, even knowing that there's some terrible ones out there. At least I know there are some gems hidden in it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even the ones that are not so great that have been produced that some people know, some people don't, are still better than Discovery.
Yeah, some would argue that's a low bar you're setting, but
Well, they set the bar.
yeah, very true.
It's like, let's start getting back into good stories. I'm sorry, I don't have hope for whatever that show is called now. What is the new one called?
The cartoon? Or...
No.
Okay, good, because I don't want to mention that name.
Because that new cartoon looks like shit.
No?
Quite honestly, it just... I have an 8-year-old nephew who could draw better than that.
Ah, Strange New Worlds. Okay.
Strange New Worlds, that's it. I don't have hope for it. I'll watch it. But it better have me hooked by the 3rd episode or fuck it. And unfortunately, since my decision to go more in a more positive direction has backfired on me, fuck it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be blunt, and I'm not gonna give a shit anymore.
Well, now you can be positive it's going to be bad. See, you're still staying positive.
Knowing what we know now, oh yeah, it's gonna be shit. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna hope, but I already think it's shit. If it's good, I'll go back on it, and yeah. But at this point, we have no reason to really expect it to be any better than the shit that's been put out. And good morning, Mr. CCTV. Yeah, it's just not exactly giving us hope. Yeah. So how is Mama Pray this morning?
She's okay, Cap. Just doing some things. Actually, she got a Facebook message from Ciso Pray. Apparently, Charlie had a big day yesterday.
Ah.
He figured out how to climb the stairs. He figured out how to pull a cold slice of pizza from out of, well, it was on the very top of the trash can.
Uh-huh.
It was wrapped in wax paper on the very top of the trash can, and he apparently decided he wanted it.
Yeah.
And he took it and then ran around the house leaving a trail of olives and whatnot that was falling from the cold slice of pizza as he ate it. Now, it wasn't old. It was perfectly fine, but Sissel Prey just figured since she was done with it, she was going to throw it out. But apparently he wasn't done with it. And then later in the day, she took him to his first open air concert with one of his baby buddies. So you see them walking in the grass in the park, listening to music. Charlie was quite happy.
Asking the real question there.
He did fold the pizza, yes.
All right. Proper training. That's the important part.
Learning early. I guess the important thing was, what did Sissel Prey say to him afterward?
Good job. I tried to tell him that from like the Seinfeld episode where George ate the pastry off the top of the garbage, where Seinfeld said, "You've crossed the line between man and bum." But Sissel Prey was not appreciative. Says it doesn't count because he's still a baby.
That's right.
And soon enough, these comics that I have links for from Michael's stream will be appropriate for him.
Is it just me or does Frog sound exactly like Michael?
I get that a lot, including from yeah.
That's what tripped me up this morning. Like, when I was just listening and I wasn't watching, I thought, "Oh, Michael's on." But then you guys were talking about Michael in the third person. I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
There is a similarity, yes, but I can tell a difference.
I think that's what Michael's wife said as well, because she's listened when I've been on stream, is there's a strong similarity, but there is a difference. But if you're only half paying attention, then...
Well, there have been a couple of times you've been on, I almost said, "Hey, Frog, will you drop the link?" Wait a minute, you're on this channel. What did you...
Yeah.
Oh. No, I do like the fact that there are these works out there that are, I'll say coffee table friendly. That way you don't have to worry about who picks them up and reads them. It's no big deal. Kids and adults alike will appreciate it. There's more for the bookshelf.
Indeed. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there that are good for the bookshelf if company's coming over. There's less for leaving out on the coffee table if the youngins are coming over.
I mean, if you're having all adults over, okay, fine. No big deal. You can have the other ones out. You can discuss it. That's fine. But if you got kids coming over, no offense to Boob Dan Art, you don't necessarily want his book on the coffee table with little ones in the room.
Very true. And yeah. And yeah, same thing. No offense to Boobney, I'm going to be a day one backer on his for reasons, but I'm not leaving it out if my nephew or niece are coming over. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, I love his work. Don't get me wrong. So
yeah, it does have a couple things going for it.
Oh, absolutely. But like I said, it's nice to see that there's some less adult-oriented ones out there as well. Family friendly. So, and what's going on, Mr. CCDV? Good to see you in chat. But let's see here. CCTV says, "Hey, Prodigy, is that going to star Ron Howard's brother?"
It's a comic, so I don't think I have to worry about that.
No. So, Bird, are you going to be going live today?
Yeah, I'll be doing Bed Life at 4 p.m. as usual. Probably talking about the Kurtzman situation mostly.
Cool. So, Bird will be live at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's good to hear. I don't know about anything else going on today. Obviously, thank you, Frog, for dropping links in. Definitely, if you're not, which anyone in this chat should be already subscribed, but if you're not subscribed to Better Pray 5, please do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cap. I was just getting medications ready for today.
And that's no problem, Mr. CCDV.
Feel better, Mr. CCDV.
And trust me, there's no bringing the stream down. But in fact, it might actually be an improvement.
I did put a video out this morning.
Yes, I saw.
Is interested. So it's on the funny side, I think. It's meant to be on the funny side. Maybe it brightens up your day a little. I don't know.
Let me find that again real quick.
You don't have to put it in. I mean, I'm just letting people know it's out there. So you know how to find it.
And
well, if you are absolutely sure that I'm not going to bring your stream down, then I will come on.
Well, welcome on.
Hello, Mr. CCDV.
I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. My back and my guts are just absolutely screaming right now. So, but that's that's me. That's basically daily life now.
And for those interested who haven't yet seen, here is the link to Bird's latest video. Please go check it out. And hello, not Ryan Johnson. And hello, NB Geek.
Flying monkey.
Hello, folks. I am drinking coffee out of my wonderful Bird of Prey coffee mug, which you can find at Bird of Prey's 5 store. It's birdofprey.com, birdofprey5.com. Now accepting Visa, MasterCard, and someday Bitcoin.
Link is in the chat.
I got to get a better camera for those, so the picture's not so damn grainy.
Well, I need to buy a new camera myself. Last time I had a PTSD episode, I smashed my camera into bits. So I need to go buy a new one.
I do not have one, and I'm okay with that. The mystery, that is what I provide.
I want to see, I want everyone to comment on my involuntary weight loss.
How much have you lost?
70 pounds.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've gone from, let's see. I've gone from this to my pre-broken ankle weight, which is like 190 pounds right now. So I don't have a picture for that, though. So I'm going to go back to York.
You look less Swedish in that other one.
Isn't that odd? Because I am Swedish.
Yeah.
I'm not actually Swedish. I've been in America. Well, my family's been in America for like 4 generations. But
Well, it could be the hat. I mean, I'm not discounting that. It could just be the hat.
America. You got to say it right because Canada is part of America as well, but Canada is not America.
I'm no longer American. I now identify as Maria Gonzalez, an undocumented Mexican dreamer.
Ow. Okay, who would I identify as? I'd probably get more benefits if I were an illegal.
I identify as Rafael Gonzalez.
We prefer the term undocumented.
I identify as Inigo Montoya, who killed my father. Prepare to die.
I can confirm I do not have 6 fingers on any hand.
I also do not have 6 fingers.
Cap, this is what I was working on this morning. This was actually my son's idea for a theme for my door.
Wait for it.
I had to scroll down to find it.
I get that a lot.
I'm often scrolling down regardless of what time of day it is.
Cool.
Yeah, this was my son's idea. Actually, I thought it was though. I kind of had them a little closer together, but I honestly did not like the way it was looking.
No.
It looked too smushed together, and I was just like, no, this doesn't look right. So I spaced them out, as good as I could. But like I said, the top one is Luke, Han, Leia, Londo, Chewbacca, R2, 3PO. Had to get the OGs up first.
Well, there's your problem. You're going with the OG stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that ain't right, man. You are so ist and phobe and all that stuff.
I know. I got Anakin Skywalker right next to Darth Vader. And no, I will not. And no, there will be no Rey. There will be no Rose. There will be no Finn. There will be no Kylo.
I just have a question about the room aesthetics. There's no lava lamp in there, is there? I mean, I'm just, hypothetically,
No,
maybe that might be offensive. Okay.
No, I don't think I've ever owned a lava lamp.
I'm just saying Vader may not be appreciative of that.
It would be the correct era right. for it.
Vader would not be appreciative of a lava lamp. You're right.
Now, if they do, normally I don't buy duplicates, but I did get that. I do have several Luke Skywalkers. I've got Empire Strikes Back, the one with him in his flight suit. And I did want to buy this one because, it's him in his black outfit with his black glove. And it's the throne room fight scene. And if I could find the Vader one that complements that, I might take those two down and put them next to each other.
Now, what you could do is if you could find a discount Rey, dollar bin type thing.
Give it time.
Take it out of the package because you're going to want to make up a new package of your own. Go ahead, burn it so it looks like Darth Vader from the movie. Looks like Anakin from the movie all burned up. Print out that exact picture and make your own character.
Oh. Ooh.
That way you're not, losing an actual Anakin or Luke character. You can just, burn a trash character. And, hey.
Well, I could always buy a Finn, get him a lightsaber, put him in a Jedi robe, and say how it should have been.
True.
I mean, let's be honest, they bait and switch the hell out of that one. They did have Papa Palps, but I think I'll pick him up next time I go. I was going to pick up Yoda, but the only Yoda they had, I think I said this, was the episode 1 non-CGI'd one. And I'm like, no, not that one.
And hello, thought process and justice for Maria.
Maria Schreiber? Why are you saying justice for Maria Schreiber?
No.
That's for Maria Opre Cinco.
Yes. Maria Opre Cinco.
Cinco, sí. Oh, I never learned to count past cinco.
I went all the way up to DS. I can actually count higher in German than I can in Spanish. And I grew up in Los Angeles.
That's fine.
There was a time I could actually count up to 100 in Spanish.
Apparently, Team USA beat Team Mexico in soccer yesterday.
Oh my goodness, really? Wow.
How's that even possible?
I didn't even know Americans could I didn't even know Americans could play football.
Colonizers.
I'm sure China's happy. They got the most gold medals so far.
They do. However, they're also, I'm pretty sure they're rigging the game.
I don't know. Japan does not like China.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think they could be rigging the game. So who has the most medals overall?
China.
Oh no, U.S. has the most medals
That's what I
overall.
thought. Last I knew it was U.S.
Yeah, we have more silvers.
I thought that China had the most total. Oh, that's right. We have the most total. They have the most gold.
Well, the last time I looked, anyway, it was like 60 to 50 something.
Yeah.
Olympic medal counts.
Well, silver medals count.
No. It's actually pretty damn close. China has 62. We have 63.
Gracias, thought process.
I think next up is looks like the Republic. Looks like the ROC. Taiwan.
No accents for Bird. I mean Maria.
Oh, ROC stands for Russian Olympic. I thought that was Republic of China for a minute.
That's always been America versus Russia versus whatever other power happens to be around.
Okay. Enough of the America. That's driving me nuts. It's the USA. If you're gonna be talking about the Olympics, it's the USA.
Okay, fine. I'm not sure I can get out of the habit of saying the word you don't like. So I've been doing it so long. Okay, the US. Yes. Okay. Can I say that?
Yes.
The US. Okay.
And correct, the U.S. did get gold in all these shooting competitions.
Gee, I wonder why.
Shocking.
In fact, the truth is, Karoga has more gold medals than China. We weren't invited to the Olympics due to scheduling screw-ups. We've been holding our own independent games, but we've put our best versus the world, and in every competition, more or less, if we beat the gold record, we just assume we would have won that. So,
well, I can't really argue against that.
Bird, when you have the orphans dig the gold out of the ground and turn it into a medal, it doesn't actually count. You know that, right?
I'm just saying we're going for our first completely perfect record in the Olympics.
So, well, when are you going to be rebranding your channel, Bird?
YouTube, they're not so friendly, so I have to keep the old name for now.
Well, see, you would be more what's the word called? Friendly. I'll put it that way. You know, that way you'd be seen as a minority channel, that type of thing. You could get special status if you were to change it to.
Si, senor, this is what I chose when they asked me what I identified as in the survey.
You could always change it to Birdo Prey 797.
We won the golf tournament? That's interesting.
Wait, there's something called golf? Isn't that something that you get stuck in the back of your throat when you've had, smoked too many cigarettes?
Well, it went like this. America took gold. Slovakia took silver. China took bronze.
Slovakia, huh?
Slovakia.
The reason why Joseph hasn't been around.
Yeah, Joseph is proud of his country, baby. He won golf.
At least tell me what the score was.
3-2. Golf. There's no handicap in the Olympics, yeah, right? So it was like 3-2. Hell, I wish I could I could do par 3 on an 18-hole course.
My
I'm
shoulder
always
would
like,
Oh God,
I'm
no.
always like
No.
25 or 27 on an 18-hole course.
Eventually, Michael's going to be going to bed, but
Is he still lurking? Thought he said he was going to sleep.
I don't
He
think
needs
Michael
to.
T is going to sleep for the rest of the day.
U.S. got gold in all the shooting competitions. I mean, it'd be kind of embarrassing if we didn't.
That's stereotyping. And
Oh.
you're not wrong, but
I accept the stereotype. It's been 6 years since I shot a gun. I don't even own a gun, but I guarantee you I can still shoot expert.
I never did get expert. The 300 meter was always my biggest problem.
Really?
200, fine. 200 for the most part, fine. 500 in the prone, fine. It was the 300 meter that just always fucked me up. Don't ask me why.
Really?
It just was. It's a 300 meter.
Wow. That is interesting.
I was able to go to the 500 meter area and do pretty well on the prone, getting my front sight post, rear side aperture lined up on it. Something about that 300 just maybe it's because I needed glasses and didn't realize it back then.
But... No, it's the well, you got to understand the drop in what do they call that? I don't remember the name of it. The round raises and then drops again.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
at 50 meters, you're perfect, and at 500 meters, you're really, really good. But at 300 meters, the round actually goes over the target because it raises and drops, and I can't parabolic arc, right?
Sounds right.
So
Man, it's been so long since I've heard
you got to take that into account. Now, I'm only 50% at the 300 meter mark, right? But I always aimed for the base, like the berm, the little hill of dirt on the 300 meter target, and blam, knocked it down. But again, I'm only 50% on 300 meters.
I wouldn't be even anywhere near that.
It takes practice to understand your own sight picture and all that stuff. Takes a lot of practice.
Well, unlike what most foreigners think of Americans, most Americans, the average, not the average American does not have firearms sitting wherever.
That is true. I do not. I do not sleep with a pistol under my pillow.
I don't have any firearms in this house.
Well, as I've said, I don't even own a gun.
I've got two M4s sitting right behind me.
Well, you're not an average American.
There was a tragic boating accident I don't want to get into regarding my firearms.
And Captain Trek, I'd like to apologize right now. I know I said I would DM you, but I didn't, and I apologize for that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It has to do with something backstage anyhow. So.
Yeah, right. So we'll take care of that backstage. No worries.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Backstage business always stays backstage, unless of course Kronos pops into backstage, which I do read those out because those are special and need to be and deserve to be read out.
Well, Kronos is special, isn't he?
So
part of the charm.
I have a rule. I don't bring up anything backstage except what Kronos puts backstage because, yeah, he doesn't show up a lot. So those are cool. Other than that, what's said backstage stays backstage.
So, what is the plan for today, everyone?
My plan is to continue working on reorganizing my den.
Cool.
That's a good plan.
The Star Wars theme is up on one section for the toys. I've already got a section here for the He-Mans. I need to get Ram Man, Man-at-Arms. There's not that many of the collections I really want to get. There's only about maybe 10 or 15 between the heroes and villains I really want. I'm not going to try and get every single damn character that they're trying to ramp out. But I do want the classics.
You
Especially
do
some of my
know
favorite.
that you are required to want a 3-foot Tila, right?
Well, I have Tila right here. I got
She doesn't have
Evelyn
3
over
feet.
here. And no, I don't mean that new shit. You line up the master, you line up this line of Masters of the Universe, and then you line up Masters of the Universe Revelation toys and see which ones sell faster.
I don't even have to guess. I know which one will sell faster.
Everlark Thunder, that is actually something I am going to look into, is getting some Star Trek action figures. I used to, as a kid, I used to have the entire TOS, most of God knows how many TNG. Even had some DS9 before I grew up, got stupid, and got rid of all my stuff. Oh, talk about the worst decision
And I can safely say, NB, you were stupid back then.
I will agree.
And you're not going to argue.
You get that. There's no argument. That's not even worth an arguing. The only thing I can say is I was young, I was stupid, and did not think ahead.
Same here. We all do that.
Because trust me, if I did, oh my God, I'd have been hauling around OG He-Man, OG Star Trek stuff.
Well, thought process.
Setting my phaser to heavy stun.
I would be setting a phaser to heavy stun right now, quite honestly.
You know, I thought dogs barking and trains going by in the background was bad, but
that for me, trains going by. That was one of the things I do miss now that I don't get to hear very often is trains going by. I grew up around train tracks most of my life. So to me, trains going by is very soothing.
I live right by heavy rail tracks. I don't miss them. They're very loud.
Honestly, okay, so I currently live in Williams, and we have BNSF going through 4 to 12 times a day, depending on the day, right? And then, of course, we've got the Grand Canyon Railway, which goes out twice a day right now because it's summertime. And so I get used to the railroad tracks. Now, when I lived in El Mirage while I was taking care of my mom and my brother, it was the Air Force Base, Luke Air Force Base, just a few miles down the street. And those jets were damned loud. And I never got used to the jets. And I was there for 6 months. I never got used to the jets.
One thing the Air Force people know all too well. You're in the middle of a conversation, you have to stop because the plane's going by. You have no idea how many
Wait for the
conversations
planes.
waiting for the plane to go by because it's so fucking loud.
Whatever wing
That
or squad is coming in, you just gotta wait. It's like 5 or 10 minutes, and then finally you can pick up your conversation again.
That is something I don't miss being back in South Carolina. Even when I did go to the base, you'd still hear the fucking planes flying around. I don't miss that. And actually, the 2 years I was there, once I retired, I rarely went to the base unless I needed to for something. Other than that, I had no reason to go.
Yeah,
Or,
I've
like,
got access to any base that I want to go to. It's just that, okay, so 30 years ago, it was, a lot cheaper to buy things from the post exchange or base exchange, I guess is what you guys called it. Yeah.
base exchange, BX, PX, MX, whatever the hell they want to call it nowadays.
It's the same thing anyway. But yeah, it used to be cheaper to buy things from there. And fast forward 15 years, right? And so I don't know what happened, but sometime during the Iraq War, it just became more expensive to buy things on base than it used to be. And so we always went off base to buy things because it was cheaper.
Yeah, you had this. They started allowing in our BX. They were allowing firearms to be sold, but I had to get my commander's permission or get a letter from my commander. I'm like, no, just go out of town and buy the fucking weapon.
Right? Exactly. Well, I mean, I never bought a gun, but yeah, there were a lot of things like that, like buying a car, right?
Yeah.
I was a staff sergeant, and my sergeant first class, my platoon leader was like, or platoon sergeant was like, did you get permission to buy that? I'm a goddamn staff sergeant. I don't need permission to buy a fucking truck. Are you kidding me?
I bought a couple of new hats for when I work outside. Got my Marine Corps veteran hat. Got my Air Force veteran hat.
I'm really glad that I only had one service ever, and I was active duty the entire time.
Well, I was active duty the entire 20 years I was in.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I only made it 18 years.
And I think it was 16 years and 4 days in the Air Force. They squeezed an extra 4 days out of me.
18 years, 3 months, and they put me out. I'm not bitter. I'm a little bit bitter.
I was bitter about some things over the last couple of years, and actually, I ran across some souvenirs from my time in. I started going over the coins I got, and really was able to go through and remember every coin I've got, every reason why I have it. And I kind of thought, maybe I didn't get the decorations I should have gotten, but I did get appreciated for a lot of the work I did.
It is pretty cool that you kept your coins, though. I didn't keep my coins. I have one remaining because it's on my key ring and it's really convenient for. Oh no! Okay, I do have 3 coins. Holy cow! An admiral. Yeah, an admiral gave me a coin and a chief master sergeant. E9 in the Air Force, chief master sergeant?
Yes.
Okay, chief master sergeant gave me a coin.
That was coined by the best coin I've got, the highest ranking coin, Lieutenant General of 9th Air Force coined me for best practice.
Yeah, 3-Corps Army is my highest award. So I've got a lieutenant general as well. That's the one that I keep
Yeah.
on my key ring. Yeah.
Yeah, this was I didn't even know this was I was actually not informed of this. This had to do with dedication to me getting over 500 pieces. Actually, it was 500 plus pieces of equipment that had been staged over years, and I was the one who got rid of it all almost single-handedly.
Oh, right on.
And you know, I was there. You know, I was at the formation. They're like, "Yeah, I need to see Staff Sergeant Jess Reed." And I came up to him, and he coined me for that, and I was so freaking honored.
That is a lot of paperwork, man.
Oh God. Oh my God. The disposal. It took me 3 months, mainly because just the paperwork, the inventory, the having to find out if this belonged to anybody else's account.
Yeah.
Or if I was gonna, or if it was going to be a found on base.
When we were switching out you remember when we switched out the deuce and halves for LMTVs, right?
I remember switching out the TV. Yeah, I remember when we switched out, we upgraded TVs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call the LMTV an upgrade, but yeah, we definitely switched out the deuce and a half.
And hello, Tech Showroom.
Yeah, one of my couple in here. I've got one of mine is from my ensign. He was an limited duty officer. He was a Mustang. He coined me when I left. He's actually the one who wrote me up my decoration for the training program I wrote.
Cool.
Because we had no training program for our job, and I'd been there almost 2 years, and I was good at it. And I was asked if I would be willing to put a training program together. I said, absolutely. Do you have a particular preference? And he goes, just give me something I can use. So I based it off of some Air Force training ideas that we had done, and I wrote it up that way. We had 3 classifications: Nipper, Sipper, and JWIX. So I wrote up the procedures. JWIX was the biggest one because that was the one we did the most on. So I worked on that one first. And then a lot of things would just copy and paste over to the Sipper Nipper side. Just, not everything.
Right.
Yeah. I never actually had a Sipper account. My account was always a Nipper account. I never had a Sipper account.
I had, in my lifetime, I had a Nipper account, Sipper admin account, JWIX admin, NSA net admin. Just assume all the rest of it. Just assume I had an admin account with these.
Right.
ISAP,
Yeah.
GCTF, Stone Ghost. Oh. And probably about
for everyone's knowledge. For everyone's knowledge, what is the difference between Nipper and Sipper?
Nipper is basically non-secure. If they think of it this way, you have your free internet where you go around, you can do whatever you want, pretty much without any restrictions. Nipper is restricted. It's open, but you have to have a certain level of class clearance to go through it. That means they put you in certain codes. So, like, for example, I would be in code, as an administrator, I was in code 7, which meant I had access to things other people didn't, like, say, YouTube and stuff. But then other people had level 9 clearance, which was, they were the guys who would set up the honey traps and stuff like that and monitor the Facebook and Twitter and things like that. So they had clearance to have access to those. Sipper is secure. That means the only thing you can go on there is whatever is on that Sipper network. It's a closed network. It's you can't just go to Google. You type in Google in a Sipper network, it's not going to come up. You type in Yahoo, it's not going to come up. You're not going to be able to access those things.
Right, and you're not going to get a Sipper account unless you have a secret security clearance or higher.
Yeah, you have to have a secret clearance or higher. You also have to have a reason. You can have a secret clearance and not have a sipper because you have
Right.
to have a
Yeah.
reason to have one.
Mhm.
Because nowadays, sipper is not done by username and password. Just like nipper, it's now done by cat card and PIN number.
Right. Yeah.
Sipper is actually done with a separate CAC, reader connected to a separate network.
And you're talking like company commanders or battalion, brigade commanders, or wing commanders, whatever the case may be with the Air Force. But these are people that have to have a SIPR account. Like I was in contracting, right? So I wrote contracts to hire people to do things on Army bases. And I did not have a SIPR account. Even though I had a secret clearance, I didn't have the need for a SIPR account.
Right. Well, what's interesting too is what most people don't know. When I said I had an account and an admin, I had a nipper and SIPR admin accounts, but then for like most others, like NSA, JWX, ISAF, and all them, I didn't have regular accounts because I had no need to have a regular account because when you have an admin account and you are limited on, there's actually limitations on what you can do when you're in your admin account. You can't really go surf much of the internet any more than you can, and you have no access to email because they don't give emails to admin accounts. There's really no reason for it. So I literally had one time somebody was telling me, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm like, how? They're like, I've been sending you emails on JWix. I'm like, no, you haven't, buddy. I don't have a JWix regular account. I have an admin account.
And by the way, everybody who's listening, or you guys on the panel, I was trying to get a job at Edwards Air Force Base.
Right.
Yes.
They did not offer me the job. So
Aww.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, but whatever. That means I get to live in my little mountain town. I don't have to move to the desert. So I'm okay with it.
Edwards is in the middle of fucking nowhere. My wife almost got stationed there once.
It's cool
Edwards
though.
is in the middle
It's
of
cool.
fucking nowhere.
Like I said, it's like 110 degrees at Edwards Air Force Base right now. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't offer me the job. It's 56 degrees right now in my little mountain town, so I'm happy.
It's actually 61 right now here. It's really nice this morning. But, for anybody wondering, just in case, the reason why I had all those classification access is because it was just part of my job as an IT repair guy. Yeah. I had to have administrative access to, get the MAC information because everything was static, not dynamic. So, for example, for SIPR, for example, if you wanted to set up a new computer for SIPR, we had to get the MAC address off of it, go to our tech control department, and our tech control department would line that MAC address and give us an IP to add to it. And that MAC address and that IP would line up. That was how we kept track of where our pool of IPs were at.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I need to dip out of the live stream portion. I will still be in chat as I can.
Of course.
Continue drawing, Frog.
Remember, the pen is mightier than the sword. How you, Cap? What are you going to do for today?
What am I going to do? Not too much. Got a couple of things I need to get done. But other than that, just bread tomorrow. That's about it. That's why I like to keep busy on Monday.
I can't say I blame you. That sounds like your pain meds are helping today.
Oh yeah, the different doses helped. I am going to have to talk to the pain doctor about what happened last week. I could have done a better job myself than this one nurse did. See, what they do is they put a patch on the wound itself and then a bandage, basically, over that. Okay. Then I get these cling things which stick to the body and to the bandage itself, so it stays longer. Well, what she did was she took the clings that I'm supposed to take home. She took it off, took the backing off, stuck it on upside down. She's like, I don't know why this is sticking to me and not you. You put it on upside down.
Because you're kind of dumb. That's why it's sticking to you.
It's like, and here's the funny thing. It was marked.
This side toward enemy?
It's like, really? The nurse who does this normally, who cuts them for me, marks them. So which side goes down? No, didn't pay attention at all. And good morning, JPs. What's going on? And we have the derailer of the stream.
There you go. Are you guys happy now?
Now I need more coffee.
Good morning, Ugly G.
What's up, geeks?
What's up, guys? Morning.
I'm assuming you can still hear BNSF driving by.
Going on?
Not too much. Are you actually awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. What's up? What did I miss?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Since I've been on, we haven't been talking pop culture, so I don't know what you've missed.
Well, we're not exclusive to pop culture.
Going for my jab in an hour.
Huh.
So hopefully I don't, die. So
Your first or
you
your
all,
second or
first?
only?
Well,
Yeah, first.
you're going to be useless for today.
As opposed to any other day of the week.
What is it going to put me out for the day?
Yes.
Great. Oh, hopefully it does what it's supposed to be, and not like give me some kind of flame heart or Bell's Posby or some shit.
Lucky it won't.
I'm not sure which was it that was the cause of my multiple sclerosis, but it was either MRSA or the vancomycin they used to get rid of the MRSA. So one of the two caused my multiple sclerosis.
I had MRSA once. It sucked.
Oh, it definitely sucked, and I had it for 6 months. So I'm thinking it was the MRSA that triggered my MS, but I don't really know.
So,
Oh, we'll find out. Maybe I'll have a vaccination party later today. You guys can see that as that happens.
Maria.
well, that'll be interesting. You can everyone make sure to look out for that.
Yeah, Vax party. That would be fun.
And hey, Richie Poole, what's going on? And let's see here now. Hmm.
Captain Trek, I am going to duck out. So you guys have fun chitting and chatting.
Of course.
And I'm going to go lay in my recliner. It's actually more comfortable than my bed.
I've done that before.
All right. You guys all have a great day. And Thursday morning, I'll be doing Chronic Pain stream again. So you're welcome to show up if you want to.
Well,
Thursday morning for me. For a lot
right.
of you guys, it's noon or 1 o'clock.
Hopefully you get some rest.
I wouldn't count on it, but who knows?
I said hopefully.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you later.
Take care.
Take care.
Like 6 pairs of fucking glasses. My dumbass can't ever remember to put them in the same spot.
Well, why do you leave your ass in charge of putting glasses away?
Hey, there's a reason why in my house I'm not allowed to put up important documents.
Agreed.
My dumbass forgets where they go, where I put them. Sometimes you just have to accept your weaknesses.
Well, there are a lot of not most, but there are some old what do you call them? Closed-minded men. I'll just put it that way. Who think, "Oh, I'm the man. I need to be in charge of this, that, and the other." It's like, not if your wife is better at it. You go with the strengths.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be a union, which means you draw from the strengths of each other. But hey,
that's why I tell people strong men are complemented by their strong women partner.
Exactly. So at least we know birds going on later. Hopefully things will be doing better for you during the rest of the day before then.
Well, Cap, I meant to tell you, I caught some of your COVID stream the other day.
And I've gotten a few messages regarding that, but most of them I ignored.
Oh, they don't like your opinion.
No, they don't.
Oh, poor little bitches.
Exactly.
I know.
No.
God forbid we actually think for ourselves and make judgment calls based on what we think is best for us.
You know, it's fine. People are welcome to their opinion. Yeah, they end up proving themselves. Truth comes out either way.
I thought it was hilarious when I was on. I was looking at somebody had reposted something, and you had all these people from like a year or so ago being like, "Oh, you poor little guinea pig bastards! I'm gonna hate to be you." And I just had to say, I bet you're the same guy now, probably demanding I go get a shot.
Oh yeah. But such is life.
Ain't that the truth?
So, and yes.
No,
And 47 York says bonjour, mon capitaine. You're usually saying bonjour to a vet, not to me. So.
I need to go through some of my old uniforms. I know I still have some of the gray ones from back in the day. I need to get the patches off of them.
You know, it's funny because I can remember back in middle school, I took, what was it? Espanol and French. And I don't remember much of either of them. But I had to take something, so it's like, here we go.
Yeah, I gotta love that. All right, we're going to give you a bachelor's in this degree in astrophysics. We need you to take this class on historical fiction, another one on critical race theory, another one on why you're a bad person in philosophy. What does any of this have to do with me learning to get a degree in astrophysics? Shut up.
Exactly. And yeah,
It's like when I went in and got my degree for my IT field. Okay, I understood why I needed algebra. I got that. But then there was some stupid math that they made me take. I think it was called finite math. Anyway, it was it had nothing. It was an engineering level math that had nothing to do with computers, and I shouldn't have had to take it. The math class I did get to take that was actually worth something was the computer math class. Gee, I don't know why that would be important. Oh, check this out, Captain. They actually have on Disney Plus both series, the Ewoks and the Droids cartoons.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I actually did watch the first episode of Droids. I hadn't seen it in God knows how long. It was actually funny. It was actually pretty funny.
Let's see here. Let's go back to the. I'd like to give a one bonjour per day. Part of the curriculum, yeah. I need to justify the proofs. Like pay scales. Yeah, the pros. Yeah, exactly. But so what's going on, JP's? You got your Pepsi this morning?
Huh. That's weird. I didn't realize it. 2 of these are empty. I'm gonna have to fix that today.
Huh. Yeah.
I mean, the other ones are full. Oh, wait, let's see. No, that one's only half full. Yeah, that one's full.
How dare you not have them full?
Yeah, that one's full.
Did not have them full. No. Bad geek.
Oh. Hey, I'm not in California.
I'm talking about not having it full. You need to have.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Two of them are empty. One is at half mag. Oh, that's probably from the last time I went to the range. I didn't re-put them back in.
Bad, and
Yeah,
bad.
I know.
What would happen? What would happen if you were in service and you shut up with half mag?
That would never happen.
What would happen?
My ass would be done.
Exactly.
I'd probably be NJ. I'd get an NJP if I'm lucky.
And good morning, Darius.
Hey, there's 4 of them. They're all loaded.
Good.
So there is that.
As they should be.
Oh. All right, time to change the battery in the safe. I know that. So I got asked one time why somebody asked me, they were like, why do you have my M4s in here and not in my safe out in the barn? I'm like, because if somebody breaks into my house, this is the safest place to be.
Yeah.
You can't get out of the house. You come into my den. There's only one way in, and there's a freaking king-size bed and only 2 feet of space between the opening of the door and the bed. You basically are entering a kill box. Because the moment you open the door, by the time you see the gun, you've already been shot. Hopefully, I never have to do that.
No, it's best to always be prepared. Protect yourself from all invaders. Right. So, how many Pepsis have you had this morning, JP's? And I'm assuming you're getting ready to go to bed. That's you have to. I'm just, it's getting close to that time. All of them? So you have none left when you wake up. You need to think ahead, JP's. Next time you got to save at least one for when you wake up. Then you can go get some more. So let's see here. All right, I think I'm working on an image right now. I'm gonna update something. Thankfully, it doesn't take. Well, I've taken hours on it, but I tend to be a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? Meticulous. That's the nice word. I want it perfect. Let's see. A couple more clicks. Got that taken care of. Yay. I said I'm meticulous if I admit it. Let me change that one. Darker.
Had to put some tape on Lando. The package cracked open and its cape was falling out.
Ew.
And Lando without a cape just doesn't feel right.
No. I heard tape. I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, we were looking for we finally found Scotch tape, the clear Scotch tape. My wife came in with duct tape. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work.
It sounded more like packing tape, quite honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is packing tape. I just call it masking tape.
I recognize sounds easily. Yeah.
But yeah, it was packing tape. You're right. Yeah, that is it.
Just weird like that. I hear sounds and I know them.
But yeah, I had to fix Lando. And I said his cape was falling. I'm like, okay, this is gonna look weird.
Okay, now I gotta go to work when I wake up, and there is unlimited Pepsi. What, unlimited Pepsi at your work? I'm surprised you haven't gotten a IV hookup and just said, hey, I'll just put it here, and yeah, I can do my work from here, no problem. Lando without a cape is like a shotgun that only holds 2 shells. Absolutely useless.
Agreed. Now, just mind you, this is the Billy D. Williams Lando I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. That's the real Lando. Anything else is just bullshit.
An imitation. Anything else is a pale imitation.
That's like calling Splenda sugar.
Yeah.
Or equal or any other imitation sugar. Like, no.
Now, I do have Lando in his Return of Jedi disguise. And I got that one because that was actually the first Lando I was able to find.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah. So I've got that Lando right next to Leia in the slate bikini outfit.
Well, yeah.
Seemed appropriate. Thing is, if I got a Jabba the Hutt, there's no way I could put him on the wall. He'd have to be displayed. He'd be too big to hang up.
Yeah. And too easy to knock off.
Yeah, true. Well, I like how the toy store I go to, they do real good keeping their Star Wars toys really lined up to where they belong. They keep their regular ones like the classics, the Rogue ones. I still can't believe I found a Shadows of the Empire, Prince Zizor. That one, I was just like, holy shit.
I know some Star Wars fans like Rogue One. I'm going, no, thank you.
Yeah. No worries there.
last half hour was okay. Other than that, it was kind of a slow pace, slow burn. But it did have a good payoff, I'll give you that. Yeah, the only other problem I had with it kind of destroys beginning of Star Wars, because you get the idea they've been running for a while, not that they just escaped and they just got recaptured.
I'd really have to sit down and rewatch Rogue One again and then watch Episode 4 right after. Now, they do, of course, over there at the store, to be fair, they do have some sequel stuff, but I noticed that it's never going anywhere.
No. And I'm sure they don't get any requests for it either.
Oh, no, they said they don't. They don't mind buying them. They said they occasionally will get someone in who'll buy them for like their, they'll come into the store and buy them. They say most of the time it's somebody who's not really a fan of Star Wars and they just buy them for like their grandkids or something. Not having any general clue of, Star Wars lore or really anything like that. Just people who've seen the movies but don't really have any, any connection to it.
Yeah.
They said those are usually the ones who come in and buy those kind of things. And I said one time he had someone come in, grab Anakin, Luke, and Rey, and thought they were all three. It's like thought. Yeah, she actually thought. He said, "Yeah, this lady thought Rey was actually Anakin's grandkid and Luke's kid," and he's like, "I just didn't have the heart to tell the poor lady."
Oh God.
Well, he said it was an elderly lady.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't blame her for not knowing, but yeah.
Yeah, that was the. You should have, man. And when she said that last line, you should have heard the groans come out of that crowd. I've never heard anybody. I never would have thought I'd hear moans and groans out of a Star Wars movie.
Bitch, you ain't no Skywalker.
No. And the fact that she said that, the worst part was I called that all the way back in The Force Awakens. I said, she's going to take the name Skywalker. I said it all the way back in the first movie. I said, that's why they're not giving her a last name.
That may or may not have been in their intention, but oh dear God. Why the hell would anybody legitimately buy this shit?
I don't know. It's like I said, whenever I saw it, anytime after I started watching between Force Awakens and stuff, I said, okay, folks, I don't want to hear you say one more word about what a whiny little bitch Anakin was. Said, I don't want to fucking hear it anymore now. At least when Anakin lost his temper, he had a decent reason for losing it.
Yeah.
This guy just fucking threw a tantrum at all kinds of different things. Also, Anakin had to deal with the pressure of the fact that he's supposed to be this chosen one.
Well, that's true.
That was one thing I did enjoy about the children's book series I have that deals with Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship during the time he was being his Padawan. Because there were some interactions with some of the other Jedi or the other Padawans and stuff, and there were some that were like questioning whether or not he really was going to be the chosen one.
Later, JPs, take care. And yeah, Richie, I'll have to. We'll have to agree to disagree. Because no, no, not in my opinion.
Well,
I'm glad you liked it. I am glad you liked it.
We got, I think, 2 more episodes of Bad Batch. And then I think that's pretty much it for Star Wars for Disney until Book of Boba Fett comes out in December.
I wonder how that's going to be.
I'm curious. I like the guy. I like the fact that I got the guy who played Django coming to play Boba. I thought that's cool. I do like the actress who plays Finnick. For those of you who don't know, she was actually the voice of Mulan back in the original Disney animated movie.
Ah,
yeah. She was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Probably one of the best characters on there, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. So I think it's going to be interesting. I do like how Boba just shot Bib Fortuna like nothing. He's like, boom. It's like he's been waiting to do that for like 20 years or like 10 years or something. So the one thing they did not answer that I would like to know is how the hell, yeah, Ming-Ye Wen, yeah, that's her name. I really want to know how the hell Boba Fett lost his armor after he got out of the Sarlacc pit. I wonder if it was taken during his recovery time or what. That's just a little backstory I wouldn't mind knowing.
has that been talked about in Mandalorian?
Bad Batch?
Or no, how that Boba Fett lost his armor?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't brought up. We know who had the armor, and Boba Fett knew who had the armor. Why he didn't go get it then, I don't know. How long? Maybe he took a long time to recover. I mean, they didn't really go into it. Obviously, he lost his armor for quite some time. He does get it back. He cleans it up. I love the banter between him and what's her name from Katie Stackhoff's character, Bo-Katan. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know how many episodes, unless I think the Book of Boba Fett is the next one to come out. Supposedly, I'm going to assume in 2022 is when they're going to do that Rogue One prequel Andor. I think that's what it's called, Andor. Which is supposed to focus on him and I guess K2SO. Which seems kind of strange because isn't he doing another series called The Martian or something? Or My Favorite Alien? Or My Favorite Martian or something. Somebody was telling me about that show, and I recognize the actor on it. I know he's the voice of K2. Well, I guess maybe because he's if he's got to be in there to do the live shots and then CGI over, but I've noticed some actors have been bouncing between different projects. Maybe it's because they have such a long break in between. They're doing these, shorter list of episodes, so they're not as tied down as they once were when you had 20, when you're doing a 22, 23 episode series. That was one thing about Mandalorian. I thought they did well. For 16 episodes, they told a complete story and managed to do it in 16 episodes. Shit, I've seen seasons where they do 24 episodes and don't get anywhere. And then they leave you with a goddamn cliffhanger. Oh, I hate that.
Well, it depends. There were a few that were really good and some that were like, really?
Yeah, but I mean, after you've watched 22 or so episodes and it's not episodic, it's serialized. And then they leave you with a cliffhanger after that. Okay, they resolved this. Now the new problem just pops up. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, people, give them a break. They do those little cliffhanger things, and it's kind of like, that's not going to, I think they need to understand that's not enticing people to show up anymore. It's actually enticing people to mostly turn off.
Yeah.
And I saw, what is it, WB, they've gotten rid of Arrow. I guess Supergirl is ending. I didn't even realize this. They did 4 seasons of Black Lightning, and that thing got terminated without any awareness. I'm surprised I didn't hear some kind of freaking outrage. That one only ran 4 seasons. Now that I watched it, I haven't watched it was a WB. It was actually good. That was back when we had Angel and Buffy and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not seen this new Superman and Lois. Some people tell me it's not woke. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't want to give CW a moment of my time. I don't care if the app's free. I don't care about that. I don't care if I can find it on Hulu. I am not giving fucking CW an ounce of my goddamn time. They took what was a great new concept for a TV series, for a network, had great content, and then slowly merged to become CW and just let it all shit to hell. The writing should have been on the wall when they lost the rights to Buffy.
Yeah.
Or not when they lost the rights. They literally canceled Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
You know why Angel got canceled, right?
No.
Because Josh Whedon was not able to get... They were always... So CW was always late on securing contracts for these actors. And they were like, they'd be waiting to see if they're going to get, contract updates. So they were... passing up other jobs they might be able to do in case the renewal came. So finally, Josh Whedon got fucking tired of it. And he said, I need to know if you're going to renew the series or not. And they told him, okay, fine. This is the last season. You're done. And there were some executives later on that they have had, I've seen some pass where they said, God dang, did we fuck up there?
Yeah. Nothing new. No news there.
I mean, shit, David Boreanaz didn't have any problems finding work. I mean, he went on to do Bones, and I think he's on another show now. So, but yeah, that was the writing on the wall there. And I think their last thing was Smallville was like the last. The last thing that come from the WB that just finished was, I think, Supernatural. Because Supernatural, I think, came on right before the WB switched over to CW. I think the first season was WB. I know one of the guys is playing Walker, Texas Ranger, and I'm just like, no. It's like somebody else playing Magnum PI. No. Walker, Texas Ranger is Chuck Norris. And we all know who Magnum PI is.
Oh, yeah.
He has a mustache. Greatest mustache of the 80s.
Anyone else playing the role?
is wrong.
Pale comparison, yeah.
I haven't heard much about this show, but I know CW did it. They apparently put out Kung Fu. Of course, they gender swapped it.
Of course. Because why not?
I don't even know what the show's about. I haven't heard anything. It's right, Richie Poole, Chuck Norris, and Tom Selleck. Or as we used to call them back in the day, men, real men. Not this soy boy polish shit they're putting out now.
Let's see here. Next thing I'm going to do is watch Bird's video, which is only like 11 minutes, 26 seconds long.
Oh, that's right. This month I have to go to CVS and do some printouts of my grandson here.
Ah.
Well, I have May, June, July, so I've got quite a few photos. My daughter's been, regularly posting them all over Facebook, so I've been saving them to my computer.
Yep.
Oh, he is wiggling like crazy. Few months old, man, crawling ain't too. Few months he'll be crawling.
Back when men were men and women loved it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now men are soy and women just laugh at the stupidity.
Yeah, they look at people like Chuck Norris and Tom Selleck and stuff and like, oh, those are toxic males. It's like, no, it's called macho males. It's called men. They didn't have to look like a fucking skinny little soy boy or some massive ripped motherfucker. They actually looked like, most of the time, they looked like regular guys. Just, they had the charisma, they had the look, they had the attitude.
Well, thank you for joining, Richie Poole. You have a good day at work. And
Take care, bud.
I think on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Be sure to join Bird later on at 4 p.m. Eastern for Bed Life. And again, I want to thank everyone who's been here. And have a good day.